I'm good. I'm ready.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery, episode 46, almost to 50. And guys, you know what? I'm going to say something. This episode is brought to you by our Patreon subscribers, all right? Because, we couldn't do this shit without you guys, all right? So real quick, let's give a huge shout out to our patrons, Tony, Fernando, Andrew, Nate, Max, Clement, Sam, Ryan, and Jerica for your guys' support. Thank you guys so much. And it keeps us going. And like I sent the message out to everybody for the early access episodes. We've been slacking on that as we were going through changes and shit. And then I had my kid, and we got to get the ball rolling back on that. So we had that first early access episode for you guys today. So thank you guys so much for that, for the support. And guys, let me introduce to you my co-host. Yeah, that's right, down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, how are you, buddy?
Oh, dude, I'm well. And I also want to say, just to add a little bit, with the Patreons, we were joking. We like to, with the sponsor shit, to have joke, but yeah, you guys really, like you said, it's a fucking support is awesome, and it's always
Absolutely.
appreciated. And
Absolutely.
I as far as the week goes, man, it wasn't that bad, and it was like I knew coming in. I only had one bad day. I was like, God, I had a feeling today was going to be. It wasn't terrible, but
Prime week, it wasn't bad for you?
I mean, it could have been worse. It wasn't like it was easy, but yeah, I didn't work 50 hours. I probably worked like 48 ish, maybe.
That's not bad.
Yeah, man. I mean, that wasn't, I didn't crack 50. I'm sure of that. So yeah, Prime Week didn't get me too bad.
Awesome. And guys, also real quick to get this out of the way as well, if you haven't yet, go and check out the website, www.deliveringgreatness.com. A whole bunch of goodies on there. You guys can see our little background stories are on there. We got the merch on there as well. Low prices, guys. We want you guys to have the merch. We don't give a shit, how, we don't fucking care. Just we want you guys to have the merch and just show the fucking support, because that's what it's all about. Everybody supports each other, especially during these times. It's been fucking insane. So come support us, guys. And,
That's what's fucking, just the fucking, that's part of like, that's what makes it fucking, like I said, especially when the people we've had on, and the people, like you said, right now, even with the like people right now, you don't really hear, but you got Brad, Nate, Joe, and Amy. It's been like it's been the ride's been awesome, and I'm looking forward to fucking keeping riding the fucking wave like I rode the wave on that boogie board and nearly fucking came to my death, which I told that story already, so I won't talk about that one again. Hopefully it doesn't fucking, well, I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't end like that.
No.
That's a terrible that's a terrible metaphor to use.
No. No, but how's the eye though? How's your eye?
It's I have the contacts in right now, and yesterday was the first day that I put them to the test, because Wednesday it wasn't bad here. It was like 75 degrees.
Nice.
So I decided to wear the glasses one more day, because this one fucked me up. I fucking, to anybody that wears contacts, and I've done it twice, so I fucking get it sometimes, especially in our business, because shout out to John Hilligus, because he was he messaged me and told me, he's like, eye doctor, I don't know if it's the one he sees now or AI doctor told him, or fuck, hold on. I was trying to think. I was trying to spell that out. Anyway, an eye doctor said that contacts are not great for us because of the dust. And I didn't think
Oh,
about
good
that.
point. Good point.
I was thinking, man, I've slept in my contacts for not as long as some people have, but I've still slept in them for probably over a week. And this one, the first time I was probably only down, or I was only down one day. I only took one day off of work each time, but the first time my eye was 100% probably within 2 days.
Mm.
And this one, it took a while, and it was a wake up call. And yeah, for everybody that wears contacts, don't fucking sleep in them because you will scratch your eye and be down. You can't do shit. That first day, I couldn't fucking. I laid in bed and I had the lights off, TV. I mean, my phone was dead because I couldn't look at my phone. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I just literally laid there. I was wide fucking awake, dude. It's fucking miserable. So yeah, take them out.
Fucking right. And I mean, my week's been good. I'm still on paternity leave for now.
Dude, the videos have been fucking awesome to see. And I mean, I know people, I see that on, I see just, dude, I hope it's been fucking cool to fucking know, like, yeah, dude, enjoy. You still got what, 2 more weeks or 3?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. Like, yeah, dude, keep it going, dude. Looks like it's been a blast, and it's been fucking.
Oh yeah.
In the world, in the brown train just keeps churning, so it'll be fine.
That's it.
That's what I used to tell. I made a video one time saying whenever I could never take 2 weeks off in a row because our stock dropped too low. Oh, I'm just fucking around.
I mean, I lost some money in the NHL playoff bracket that we got going with, like me and like 5 other my friends. But hey, it's all good.
Dude,
it sucks, but it sucks because that team could have put it away in the 6 games. I was like, this game's gonna go 6. It's gonna be 6 games, and Tampa's gonna win. And Tampa was up 3-2 going into game 6. I was like, come on, Tampa, you got this shit. And if they won, I would have been like at the top of the leaderboards in like first place, you know what I mean? And like who's gonna win like the bracket.
Right.
And they fucking lost, took it to game 7, and my buddy has the series going to 7 games. And I was the only one that had it going to 6. And
shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
So he's gonna get the money, and I came in second, basically. But
dude, hey. that can be rolling right into topic number 1, because switch back to the NBA playoffs, which, if you wouldn't mind, Dave, because like I said, my phone's on airplane mode now because I got the docks up and it's on 4%. Whatever, if you could tell me the score of the Atlanta Hawks Milwaukee Bucks game, I'll just go ahead and not leave the cliffhanger. I didn't bet on this, but this is a fucking some random. It wasn't really a troll. What we got?
Are you sure you want to know the score of this game?
If Milwaukee's winning a lot, because they were winning big when I saw it last.
Yeah, it's 103-63 at the moment.
And how much time's left?
6 seconds left in the quarter. 3.
Okay, yeah, fuck.
In the third quarter.
Great. So this is going to play right in to why I got to make sure I have a little bit of juice left in my phone for this. So I'm in like a fucking group chat, or no, it's an account on Facebook, and it's a fake account, but it's called the Black Adam Schefter, and I don't know, but it'll pop up like with questions, and it had a thing. I know you don't watch a lot of NBA, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but the question was, Trae Young is playing for that Atlanta Hawks team right now, and it was him against another player, Luka Doncic, saying, like, if this was Luka making this run, Kendrick Perkins, I think, was saying something about it, but my argument was I said Luka is better than Trae Young, but Luka's out. The Dallas Mavericks is his team. Trae Young is still playing. And basically for me, I don't have an NBA team. Right now, the Phoenix Suns are one of the 4 teams in it. They have a dude, Javon Carter, who played for WVU, and he doesn't really play much. He got like a few minutes in last game, garbage time, but he rides the bench. But he's young. I think it's his second or third year in the league. And so, I mean, I would want them to win just because of him. But this guy on this fucking thing starts going back and forth with me because I said Luka was better, and this dude was from Atlanta. He's a Hawks fan, clearly. I get it, dude. I don't have a fucking team, but we start fucking jabbing back and forth, and I'm like, dude, Luke Weger is fucking yapper. That the Mavericks got beat by the Clippers. Anybody that watches basketball that is listening to this, I told this dude that the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard would fucking smoke the Hawks, and we were still jibber jabbering. So anyway, this was like a few days later, fuck, maybe even longer than that. Call it like 3-4 days later. Atlanta beats Milwaukee, game 1. This is the Eastern Conference Finals. I think nothing of this. I don't know who this dude is. This is some random person.
Yeah.
My phone, and it's that guy, and he tagged me and was like, "Hey," he was like, he said, "Do you have any thoughts, sir?" And I was like, motherfucker, because Atlanta won. And I was like, this son of a bitch, because I said Milwaukee would sweep them. And so that's why I was like, I hope Milwaukee beats the shit out of them tonight, because I'm just going to send a bunch of smile emojis to this guy and say nothing else. Because, yeah, it was funny. It's all in good fun. Like we weren't like getting personal. It was it was in a joking matter, but I told him, I was like, dude, I'm from West Virginia. I don't have a team, so it's kind of irrelevant to me. I hope the Hawks win for you because you're a fan. But Trae Young played for Oklahoma, which they do play against WVU, and I always thought he was kind of overrated, which he is proving me wrong right now. He's making me eat my words, so I'll shut the fuck up on that. I'll tell that. I don't want to call him a troll, but I'm not going to say his government name on here because I don't really know the guy. I'll just say that Hawks fan. I just kind of left it at that, but I'm going to definitely leave a smile.
There you go.
Yeah, let me know that game's over. Okay.
So, that's funny.
Yeah, that never happens to me either because I don't ever really get into arguments like that on there. But yeah, that was a good one. And it's going to keep going probably as the series continues.
So I had a buddy from work send me this video. And it's this woman that goes off talking about I guess I'm going to just fucking say, right? She's talking about the driver, right? And I'm going to play the clip real quick about it. And he told me to send this to Luke. He said, I know you'll be sending that to Luke. So listen, okay? Here is this clip.
Okay, listen to this, you guys. Today I go to a really busy strip mall. I couldn't find parking forever. But I finally get out, I'm going towards the stores, and this guy pulls up, puts his hazards on, and now, you're in Jersey, they don't give a fuck. Like, this guy wants to be delivering boxes in 90-degree heat, but they'll still honk, flip you off, whatever. I go around the truck just as he's coming down his steps, right? And he's like 12. Obviously old enough to drive. He's not 12, but you know what I mean. So I'm like, don't worry about these fucking assholes. Just do your job. I mean, they're such assholes here. You're doing a great job. He goes, usually I could park around the back of the building. This is my first few weeks here, but it's blocked off. I'm so sorry. I said, don't even worry about it, right? Do you need help? Are those boxes heavy? He goes, no, they're light. And you know what? That would be great if you can carry this one little box, because then I could do it in one trip. And I was like, no problem. I was thinking, why isn't he using a dolly? But then I found out. So, I grab a box. It's literally like this and this light. And I'm walking down a little breezeway around to the back, and I see steps like Mount Everest, right? Steps. I don't give a shit about the steps. But you guys know, and I know, that I'm anti-panti. So I can't go first. Right? Up steps like this with a fucking strange child behind me. So I go, go ahead, you have the bulky boxes, you go. He goes, absolutely not. He's like, ladies first, you offered to help me, and I really appreciate that. I was like, I'm not going to stand there and argue. We have boxes in our.
So what she meant by anti-panty was that she's not wearing pants. She's wearing a dress. She's wearing like a skirt. Okay?
Oh.
Just to confirm that. All right, so she's wearing a skirt, and the guy's insisting that she goes first up these stairs. All right, let's continue.
Okay.
Right? So I'm walking up the steps laughing, right? He must have been like, what is this crazy bitch laughing about? Now, I'm just hoping, I'm clenching my cheeks, hoping my dress is going in my crack, so it's covering something. Because the last thing this 20-year-old needs to see is a 52-year-old naked ass walking up steps. My lips were probably going like this. He probably said, I got a fucking cheering section over here, right? So I'm laughing. I get to the top. I have to, being me, address the situation. He knows, I know, we all know what he saw on the way up. So I get up to the top and I'm like, dude, I have to apologize. I had no idea this situation was going to happen today. You didn't need to see that. No one needs to see that. And he goes, you know, I just want to make you feel more comfortable. He goes, I'm gay. And I was like, but were you gay before you made the ascent up Mount Everest? That's what I'd like to know. He goes, yes. The whole time I was thinking, what a fabulous dress. I wonder where she got it. I was like,
That's basically this. The like, I mean, I've never been in that situation before, I guess, with a customer.
I'll
like,
just
say,
there's shit you could say. It's like, you just can't make shit up sometimes. That's a story.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine who listens to the podcast sent that to me from my building. It was like, make sure you send this to Luke, basically. So I just said, you know what? I just thought we'll just play it here on the podcast. So fuck it.
Dude.
So
look at old fucking that was I mean, I was trying to think. I mean, I don't know how many I don't see when I like Morgantown has bad traffic because the number of people isn't going to be like as much as like a city, but just the number of people there now is not meant for the road. Like that place was built, it was way fucking, it was always a bigger place in the state, but dude, it's blown up in the last like 15 fucking 15-ish years.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a pain in the ass. But I've seen when I was in like St. Augustine on our honeymoon, and when I was in Jacksonville, that's where I had to stay in Jacksonville for one night, or we did. And I mean, they just park, they have to park in the middle of the road, and like you see them just, I mean, they got to do what they got to do. And fuck, man, I'm sure, it's just, I'm glad. That's one thing I like where I mean, there's a lot of pain in the ass things where I deliver, especially when in the winter time. But I mean, I'm glad I have the option to avoid a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's nice.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that was just a funny thing that this woman went off on this rant.
Yeah, dude.
About the driver at this building.
Because I feel like people they do it because they know most of the time they think we're never going to say anything back because we're working. And they can just like unload on us. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, you got to use your head, and sometimes it doesn't part, but it's for, I guess, whatever, for any situation that calls for it.
Hey man. Fuck yeah. So something else too that was on the agenda was the Jon Stewart video. That came out. So let's play that real quick, and then we can talk about it. Okay. So here it is. This was Jon Stewart. He was on.
I want to go on record before we play this. I had no idea that this existed somehow until like yesterday. I had no fucking clue.
And
I was acting like I was running for president.
So this is Jon Stewart on what talk show was this?
Stephen Gobert, which
Gobert.
makes it fucking amazing because his head was probably going to explode.
Probably. So here we go, guys. Have a listen.
Has in many ways helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science.
There's a chance that this was created in a lab. There's an investigation.
A chance?
Well,
oh my
if
God.
there was evidence, I'd love to hear it.
There's a novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do we do? Oh, you know who we could ask? The Wuhan novel respiratory coronavirus lab. The disease is the same name as the lab. That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they ask the scientists, they're like, how did this, so wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan respiratory coronavirus lab. How did this happen? And they're like, a pangolin kissed a turtle. And you're like, no, the name of your lab. If you look at the name, let me see your business card. Show me your business card. Oh, I work at the coronavirus lab in Wuhan. Oh, because there's a coronavirus loose in Wuhan. How did that happen? Maybe a bat flew into the cloaca of a turkey and then it sneezed into my chili and now we all have coronavirus. Like, come on. Okay, wait a second. What about this?
I wish it wouldn't have cut off. I'm going to have to watch that whole fucking thing now.
Right. So there was supposedly a lab in Wuhan called the coronavirus lab.
The novel respiratory coronavirus. I think respiratory was in front of it.
This entire time. Before COVID even happened. Supposedly that's what they say.
They named the disease after the lab.
Like,
what the fuck is going on? I'm telling you right now, this is what I'm going to tell everybody out there because I know that very thing. And I said this before we went on. That became a political fucking thing, just like everything else is anymore. So I'm sick of COVID. I followed the fucking guidelines. I said I got vaccinated, so I don't give a shit. I did their shit. I've heard I'll be dead in 2 years because of it. I should have been dead fucking 15 years ago anyway. But I mean, I just found this out yesterday. I had no fucking clue. I don't know what to think of it, but it's like if that's been there the whole time, damn, why is this such a fucking hard argument that like this couldn't be something that was in the works?
Right.
Like I'm not a big conspiracy person, but I mean, I'm just one. I've told people, I think I've been a libertarian this whole time, but I'm just now realizing it because I've always been kind of anti-government anyway, but that's kind of unrealistic to a sense. But like I'm really fucking like I'm so over the way it is now that I'm really fucking I don't want to keep saying anti-government because you got to trust the system. You can't live that way. If you do, you literally got to live like the mountain men. You got to live in the woods. You got to be able to survive off maybe selling some fucking, whatever you can do, chopped wood. And I've seen that shit where they live off of like $2,500 for a year, which is fucking amazing. But I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things like, for me personally, like I said, I'm sure you're the same way, dude. I'm just fucking over it. Even the fucking, think about this, dude. Even the fucking way we delivered them when these fucking COVID vaccines first hit, they were hot shit. not literally. They were frozen.
Yeah.
They were very temperature sensitive, but we had to fucking get it handed to us. We had to fucking say,
yeah, there was a whole process to delivering that shit.
Like it was dun dun dun. You call us, we're fucking making sure we're on your ass. COVID vaccines are fucking coming.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of went like, they just COVID vaccines just kind of acted like every other, just like every other.
It was
next
like
day
a little package again.
Yeah, and I was like, well, hot damn, look at this, man. I'm just CIR and fucking COVID vaccines now, motherfuckers. Here we go.
Let's go for a ride. All right.
See, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Like you think about that
in our world, really fucking weird.
Yeah, it is odd. And this whole fucking like, I don't.
But it needs to end. Like I'm like you said, fucking over it, dude. So fucking over it.
I don't know with these fucking. You just start hearing about these variants, and it's like, man, God, dude, I don't know what. I don't feel like it was polio. Was it? Well, fuck. I don't want to get into that because that's a whole nother shit.
No, that's
a whole nother shit. I'm not. Yeah, we're not diving into that shit. But I mean. Yeah, think about that from our world. For everybody that's in the business, think about that at least. I'm not trying to fucking put shit in your heads, but yeah, that went from being like tracked to the fucking T to just being like, hey, yes, here next day, here, you can put it in there. Have a good one. Fucking hell. But that was epic. That I just want to leave because I got to watch that whole episode. I just saw the clip. That was hilarious, but I mean that would probably piss some people off and some people would love it. But yeah, just take the humor of it, because if that's been there the whole time, it's kind of like, damn, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Did it come from a bat or did it come from this fucking place?
Right. Exactly, dude. Right?
Oh shit.
But yeah. You know what I enjoy after a nice, I'm not going to say nice. You know what I enjoy after a long, hot day?
What's that?
Shower beer. Do you do shower beers?
No.
Oh my God. Really?
Nope.
Buddy,
not a
you're
big
missing
shower
out.
beer guy. Oh, I've done them before. I'm just not a big shower beer person.
Ice cold beer. Hot shower. There's something about, I want to talk about this. There's something about when the fucking ice cold, whatever it is, can bottle hits your lips and you're like warm as fuck from the shower. And when those two combine, it is like the best beer you've ever drank. It could be fucking Natty Light, but it could be.
Oh, don't you dare!
But
don't you dare talk about it.
It would probably be
what's that bad?
like the best beer you've ever drank.
I've had them before, man. When I played football, man, and
I'm
even in high school, we
beer
fucking
guy.
grabbed a couple of them, Varsity Blues style. We had to hide them. We weren't allowed to do it. It wasn't like Varsity Blues, literally. Wasn't like we were stealing cop cars and being naked, picking up people.
But yeah, dude, like huge. I'm just a huge shower beer guy.
No, I mean I get it, but I don't know. I'll take fast showers.
Do you? But see, that's where it gets fun though. So if you take fast showers, like the unwritten rule of shower beers is you must finish the beer before you're out of the shower.
Yeah, but if it's ice fucking cold, that's gonna make it hard to chug. I mean, I got sensitive teeth now. I'm fucking 36. I hate to say that like I'm that old, dude. I'm 36, but I'm like 66. I'm like a 36-year-old in the fucking, dude, in the 60. I got my body's 66 at this point. So by the time I'm actually 66, it's going to be like 110 if I make it that far.
Jesus. I don't know, dude. Fucking love shower beers. It's good. I don't know. But so like, you know, like, did anybody invent some like shower beer thing? Like I've seen like ads, I think, about it. Like there's like shower beer caddies shit you like put your shower beer in. Like it could hold like a 12-pack or something of cans, you know what I mean? And it's like suction cups to the wall or something. Like,
yeah, but who's gonna take a fucking 12-pack
right. True. But like, I don't know, like maybe get like a refrigerator put in there or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. I've seen those in a bathroom.
Dude.
Like it's like on the wall, like right outside of the shower. Like a little fucking mini fridge that's in the wall right outside of the shower.
Dude, I got a time jump for you. This one's off script because you said mini fridge. When I was probably, I would say I might have been probably 20. I'm gonna say 20. Maybe I don't think I was quite 21 yet. I was still living at home.
Yep.
And I was definitely feel like I was underage, but just under. And I got a mini fridge, and I was just stalking that thing, and it was weird because I wasn't getting fucked up, but it was like I was just like drinking probably, whatever in the evenings. And I feel like it was odd because I was like I didn't have, my dad wasn't really strict because at college, once I think I said that, once I got to college, he was like, I mean, if I would fuck up or do something stupid, it's not like he wouldn't let me know about it. He wasn't like that. But once I got to college, I lived at home, but it was like, yeah, he kind of let it be because he's like, yeah, you're fucking adult now. You're in school. Because I could have went away to school. I guess that's probably what he was thinking. And I just ended up where I ended up going to school at was where I ended up, I lived right beside.
Yeah.
And yeah, fucking I had that fucking mini fridge just in flirting with that line. But I remember then, and it was fucking, I remember how cool it was to realize then I could like drink beer down there. Like my dad didn't give a shit. I was like, damn, he must have just like my dad was cool, man. He was like, he had his moments, man. Did he rip me a new ass many times? Fuck yes. And a lot of people, I don't know how many people that listen to this that know me that well, like that know me personally, that would know my dad. I've always said that would shock people, but yeah, my dad, he's like, to most people, he would seem like Mr. Rogers is what people would think of. He's just a real nice guy, big gentle giant, but man, yeah, I made that man yell more than a few times. But I love him. He's a great, I couldn't ask for a better one.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So,
little Tom Hump story.
So something else we could talk about too. Okay, this is a bunch of topics. No guests this week, but I was thinking one thing that'd be cool would do like let's name 2 things that our listeners don't know about us. 2 things. So you could say one, then I'll say one, and then you can say one, then I'll say one if you want. Okay.
I'm still, if you got your first one, go ahead. I'm still kind of like right now. I had a couple, and I think the one go ahead.
All right. So one for me is I can't grow a beard if my life depended on it. And I'm very upset about that. Very upset. Like, look, I got like whiskers.
And it sucks because we can finally grow. Dude, I can't grow.
Exactly. Exactly. It sucks because we can actually have them. And I would love one. But like, because, even like there was like a fucking, I was screwing around with fucking Instagram filters with Xander the other day. And they had like one that had like a full beard.
Yeah.
And I put it on. And I took a picture, and then, my son's in it with me and shit, and he's got a beard, fucking funny looking stuff. But like, the wife comes up to me, she's like, "Oh man, you would look real good with a beard." And I'm like, "God damn it, I can't fucking grow one." Like,
this is pretty much the best I can do. Like when I shaved this the other day or yesterday, or maybe this morning, fuck, I can't remember. So it's really down. But if I would grow like this out, it comes in patchy. Like I can't grow a full beard. I can grow a goatee, but I can't grow anything more than that. And it took me, I don't know when who knows when the fuck I was even able to grow a goatee, because once I started driving, and but when I started driving, I was still fucking not young. I was 29, 28.
Yep. It sucks. Like, I don't know if it's like a Polish trait or something. I don't know if Polish people aren't hairy. Like, I don't even have hair like on my arms.
Yeah, I think the two that I know that they fucking, they're the same way. They're baby faced.
Baby face.
Yeah, they are. They fucking are.
It sucks. And like, I wish I could grow one. Like I said, I wish I could.
Well, I mean, really, in the long run, I'll say this, because good friend of mine, shout out to Ryan Rundle. One time when it was right when I moved out, and so we were going. It was the weekend, and he shaved, and he has a full beard, and I saw then, like, how much of a pain in the ass it would be to have to shave like that, because I could shave and pretty much knock it out, no problem, And I was like, damn, that's kind of a fucking godsend, man. It's nice. So yeah, it saves. Yeah, it saves you a lot of hassle.
Right. Like, I only got to shave like once a week if I'm gonna keep it clean. But I mean, I'm probably not gonna let it just fucking grow out. That would be weird.
But, right.
Yeah. I'll be all patchy and shit. But yeah. But anyways.
Yep. I'll get deep with mine, and I'll say that my dad actually, when my mom died, he actually changed careers because of, like, he completely changed. I'll say that because I don't say a lot about him, but I wouldn't get him pretty much, because he's not on social media of any kind, like a lot of old people. Not that I hate to call my dad an old person, but he's a boomer at least. I mean, he's older, but he's not on Facebook or nothing. But yeah, he was in insurance, and he said that he was going to have to travel to do what he was going to do, and he completely, and it was a pretty good, I don't know the whole gist of it, but it was a pretty good opportunity he was kind of missing out on, because he worked at the railroad, and if he would have not gotten hurt, he ended up hurting his back real bad. He probably would have stayed at CSX at least for maybe till he retired. So this was kind of like, he couldn't go back to that. So yeah, he's got, but my dad's, he's got a fucking master's degree in psychology. He's got degrees. He's hot shit. I mean, he's got more than I do. I've got a bachelor's, but I got a bachelor's that I'll never fucking use. But yeah, he completely, switched everything. And he did it solely because of me, and that's like, and anybody that would know my dad, that's not something that would surprise them. But yeah, that for the listeners, because I don't, I wouldn't say much. You wouldn't hear much about him. So yeah, that's one thing. I figure I'd mention it since I brought him up with that little time hop story.
There you go. So what's your one? You got one somebody doesn't know about you?
Shit, man. I was trying to think of something that nobody, I don't know, man. Like, I was trying to, I had to dig.
I know your life's pretty open out here. I know a lot of people know.
Yeah, man. Like, I was trying to think of something that's why I brought up my dad, because I was like, that's a good story to tell. But for me personally, I just, Damn, man.
I mean, we found out that you pissed on Ashley your first night.
Yeah. No,
I don't think there's much that people actually don't know about you.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I was trying to think of something. I was trying to. I know what I can say. I think.
Get it.
Ashley originally wanted to hook me up with her sister. Yeah, fuck. There you go. That's one. So before we met, or like before we actually met, she was at a party, or was leaving a party with her sister. I was going to Morgantown with some people, but I was stopped there first.
Yeah.
And yeah, she walked by, and they walked by, and I just said, like, I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, she's here. She stopped down. But I just, yeah, I told her, I was like, I gotta roll with the two of us. But, so I walked by, and yeah, she was like, hey, well, I mean, what'd you say? You're right here. Say it.
I said, Lindsay had a migraine, my sister, Lindsay. And I said,
yeah, so she had a migraine, and they were leaving.
Oh, that guy's so hot. And I was like, no, whatever, dude. Okay. Yeah, he's hot. Okay, whatever. So we're going to hit on him. Okay, whatever.
But she ended up saying, like,
go there.
Yeah, she was going to like she was going to say, like, go after him. Like, she was basically giving her the green light. She was giving her the green light to go after me.
Then the next day, everyone was like, oh, Ashley, you should speak to Luke. I was like, no, I'm done with this shit. I'm not dating. I'm not doing this shit. Lo and behold, then we pissed on each other, I guess.
And that was the bond. And that was the bond that brought us. That was the bond that brought the marriage. Yeah. But yeah, she originally, the original night, dude. Yeah, she was trying to throw me to her sister.
I sure was.
No shit.
Yeah, that was fuck yeah, good. That was. I'm glad she came down here, because that was like light bulb went off in my head. Yeah,
no, that's a good one. I think I told the story when it was my episode, whatever episode that was, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. I think I told the story about how Danielle and I met, and it was at the one birthday party that she had our band play at. And I was, it was her and her friend, and she was trying to hook me up with her friend. And then she was trying to hook up, Danielle, my wife, was trying to hook up with one of the guitarists. And like, they're like, oh yeah, like this, like you get him kind of thing and all that. And so what happened was, the one kid who lived with me at the time, who played guitar in the band, he lived with us at my parents' house. And he ended up getting Danielle's number. Not me. I never got Danielle's number. He ended up getting Danielle's number. And I just took that and fucking ran with it, because he didn't have a cell phone.
I fucking love that.
I had the cell phone. So he grabbed my cell phone, put her number in my phone, and I was the one that fucking called her, not him.
Dude, that always cracked me up, because I was like, because what year was that? That was like 2007, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I remember you say. Yeah, so that was like, I mean, that was, God, man, I feel like, and that doesn't seem like it was that long ago, and that was fucking 14 years ago.
Yeah, bro, I had the T-Mobile Sidekick. Do you remember that phone? I fucking flip the screen flips up and around and shit.
So I was 21. So I got one in 2005, but I got like some shit track phone or something that wasn't worth a fuck. But I was I was one of the last people to get one.
Yeah.
And that was your friend, man. Like, it just 2007, there was still people that didn't have phones. And there was probably still a good bit of people that didn't have phones at that point, because I still feel like I graduated high school in 2003, and I mean, cell phones were around, but I only remember one person having a phone, like one fucking person having a phone. And nobody had him then. So yeah, dude, he was literally a product of being behind the times. That's what the fuck happened. And and you obviously benefited from it, and the rest is history.
That rest is history. And speaking of history, here's number 2 for my list, okay? Because this happened a while ago. Something people may not know about me is I slept one night at the Jersey Shore house.
No shit.
Yeah. In Seaside Heights. I slept inside the Jersey Shore house one night. And I can explain the story. And I know people will be like, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. I know. I get it. Trust me. I seen the show. I was a fan of the show as well.
Oh, hell, man. I mean, they probably washed the sheets.
Yeah. But what's even more crazy, right, is there's episodes when they come back from the club or wherever they're at and they all come back to the house. A lot of the times you'll hear one of them say, oh, man, that smell. Or they'll talk about a smell in the house. I shit you not. The house has a fucking smell to it. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's the weirdest smell. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the smell is. But you would hear them say it in the episodes. And I shit you not, it had a fucking smell to it as soon as you walked in.
No shit.
It was the weirdest thing. But yeah, so what ended up happening was our good friends, our like real close friends of ours, they were getting married and they decided to do like a Jack and Jill bachelorette party thing together. And they ended up renting the Jersey Shore house out. And so, they took like, whatever the bachelors, like the bridesmaids and the groomsmen and everybody and their couples, whatever, all down to the Jersey Shore. And we fucking stayed at the Jersey Shore house. And like, it was pretty fucking crazy, especially being like a fan of the show and shit. And like, there's people just walk by and they literally stop and they take pictures of the fucking house. So,
that's a fucking iconic house at this point.
Yeah, right. So what we did, which was absolutely illegal, is we started bringing strangers into the house off the street and charged them $20 to come in for a fucking tour of the house.
Oh, I wonder if the statute of limitations are on. You're about to have the Jersey PD coming knocking on your fucking door.
No, it was funny
Mike, the situation's coming after you.
Because the police, the Seaside Heights police, saw what was going on because they got high. There's high people, they're constantly watching the house, obviously, because it's it's a fucking house. You know what I mean? It's that house. So it's constantly being watched by the police department. And
right.
they kind of caught on somehow on what was going on as we were like fucking waving people in like off the street and shit from like the balcony. You know what I mean? Like we were just like, yeah, sure, $20, come on in. But no, yeah, that was pretty fucking cool. Maybe something nobody knows about me. I fucking slept a night in the Jersey Shore house. The fucking duck phone, everything was there. You know what I mean? It was pretty cool. That was, I know they've gone back there since. Like, there's like the whole family vacation Jersey Shore, whatever the hell they call it now. I mean, I don't watch it anymore.
They're not staying in that same place. Though.
Right.
They got nicer places
stayed
now.
there for a little while, like after like the fact that we were there and shit. But like, dude, it was cool. It was cool. It was a fucking, night to remember. And then, you fucking walk down the street, down to Club Karma and shit. You do all the shit you see like them do like in the show.
I'll tell you, man, I couldn't stand it when it was on like in the early days. But dude, as I'm older and I watch them as they're older on like the new shit, like Ashley watches it. So I watch it because of her. But I never really got into the Jersey Shore when it was on back in the day.
Right.
But I've watched episodes now after the fact because but yeah, I mean, and I'll say this, dude, so do you watch the current shit too?
No, I haven't watched it
Dude,
recently.
Mike, the situation is completely different, dude.
Oh, well, yes, I know that. I know he's
Like,
out of
he
fucking sober for however long now.
dude, he's like he's actually a dude.
100% positive guy.
He seems like a cool fucking dude now.
Yep.
And that for me to say that now, like if you would have told me, if you'd asked me that in like 2009, I would have been like, fuck you, dude. If I see that guy, I would fucking overhead right his ass probably.
They were all just total fucking.
And now 2021, I'm like, dude, I respect him. I absolutely do. He seems like a stand-up guy, you know, fucking.
Absolutely.
I mean, fuck, dude. Everybody's.
And I think they just had
mistakes.
And I think he just had his first kid too. I think they just had a kid.
Nice. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, I haven't watched the last 2 seasons, I think, of this stuff. I watched like the first Family Vacation. I think they were down in Florida or something. Somewhere down there. Or something.
Yeah, it was I can't remember.
But yeah. So, yeah, something crazy. And if anybody's wondering, me and Danielle, we slept in Dina's bed. It was Dina's bed. Okay? We didn't sleep in any of the boys' beds upstairs. Or any of that stuff.
Were you too afraid?
Yeah, or something. Or we didn't sleep in the smush room either, or whatever the fuck they called it.
Smush room. Fuck me.
Right.
What a term to use. Jesus. Oh, man. But I was trying to think of another one for like one more so I could have 2 for me. But I thought I was going to tell. Did I tell the story of when I almost froze to death? I think I did.
No.
Have I never told this story when I literally thought I was going to freeze to death? I hid under a grill cover and was like, thought I was fucking, dude, because I was fucking obliterated. This might be another near-death story. I'll make sure to fucking summarize. So this was my birthday, and it was, I don't want to, it might have been the last game of the regular season. It was last game of the regular season, WVU. Pat White, who is probably the best quarterback. If you go stat wise, bowl game wins, whatever, he's the best quarterback probably in WVU history. It was his last game, and getting fucked up, moonshine, you know, people rolling down hills, just like Justin would say. Shout out to Justin about I was fucking. It was my birthday too, dude. I was fucking annihilated. This was like 2008, so I was actually just about to graduate college because I graduated in the fall of 08. And so I blacked out, and when the game started, I ended up like snapping back into it, and I was on a completely different side of the stadium. People I didn't know where I was at. Like people I didn't know. I was like, it might be time to get the fuck out of here and head home. So I was going to where I was staying, and it was snowy, it was cold, and I was busting my ass, falling over. I mean, I was drenched. And the way that this door was, there were these townhouses, and these were like college, you know, the most, like nobody was home. Everybody was at the game. Nobody was at home, because I'll get to that in a minute. And I went inside. So basically if they didn't deadbolt the door, you could take like a card and swipe through the lock, like just with the door, you could swipe it and get open. That's how we always got in. Then we would, because we always told, there was a girl that lived there. There was 2 dudes and a girl that lived there. We always told her, like, just deadbolt this thing and nobody can get in. But he was like, nobody's here, because then that way nobody has to fucking wait on anybody. You know, that's just what we always did.
Right.
So I do that, and I go inside and I remove everything except my underwear. I'm talking everything. Socks, shirt, everything. I'm in my fucking underwear. And my underwear is soaked too. My whole body, I mean, I was wet as fuck. So I have my phone in my hand, which was probably a Motorola Razor or something at that point. And I go outside because I feel like get the, you know, to start puking. So I walk outside. I have nothing but my phone in my hand. That's it. And I walk outside and I fucking puke over the fucking, and it was not like a balcony. It was just like a little porch but it was like on the ground level, you know. I wasn't like puking down onto nothing. So I'd been out, puke, door shuts behind me. I immediately get that gut feeling in my stomach. I'm like, fuck, I'm still wet, dude. I've got wet underwear on. It's fucking cold as fuck outside, snow on the ground. I go around, the door's locked. I'm like, fucking hell. Maybe I thought to myself, maybe I unlocked the door. So when you swipe the card to pop the door open, the door still locks, is still locked. You need the card. So when I went back down to the door, I couldn't get in. Dude, I start freaking out. I call, I'm knocking on doors all down the fucking townhouses, beating on all the doors. Nobody's answering.
What the fuck?
I'm getting so fucking cold because I'm freaking out. I go back to where I'm at and I take a grill cover and I call one of my friends that actually the guy I was just talking about. Again, shout out to Ryan Rundle. I was like, dude, you've got to come back here and you've got to give me a car, dude. I locked myself out. I'm in my underwear. I'm gonna fucking freeze to death out here. And he couldn't. I mean, he was annihilated. The service was shit back then. I mean, there was like 60-some thousand people in there. You know, It's just like he can't. So basically, what he ends up doing, to fast forward this story, because I was out there for a while, I just covered in this grill cover. I'm talking, dude. I'm talking like fucking looking like I have a seizure. I'm shivering so bad, and like my phone, thank God back then, you know, the razors, them motherfuckers would stay charged for fucking a week. And so he called me back and he was like, hey, one of our friends who we call D Block, he was like, Block's coming to fucking, he's coming by, he's going to help you out. I was like, okay. So this motherfucker, dude, it's probably been, at this point, it was probably, the game was just about over, and it's been a minute because I left early. I left before halftime because when I came back to, it was like fucking like 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. I was completely fucked up. I was like, I got to get out of here. I knew I had the mind to do that. So I'd been out there for a fucking while. And I mean, coming out, he's with another person, and I'm out there in the fucking grill cover shaking. I'm just fucking, I see him coming, and he starts dying laughing, and he pulls his phone out and sticks his phone out to take a picture of me, and I fucking reared back and smacked it out of his fucking hands, and I was like, give me a Gavi. I was just like, don't you give me a fucking credit, give me a card, I need something, don't think about you, dude.
Oh my God.
And basically I got the door popped open. I can't remember if he was mad about his phone. He probably was. I didn't really give a fuck at the time because I was like, I thought I was in such desperation mode, dude. That was literally the coldest I've ever been in my life.
Oh my God,
dude. I mean, I was basically naked with soaked wet underwear, and like, it was probably the low. I mean, I know fucking Sherbs is going to laugh at this, but the low, I mean, it was probably around fucking, it was probably single digits Fahrenheit. But dude, being naked and wet underwear oh fuck. Yeah. That's another near death. That's another one I'll say for it. So yeah, that's one you guys get to know now.
There you go. Damn, dude.
Yeah, there you go. That's another one. I was trying to think, God, how many more do I have? But yeah, that was another one. Oh boy. Yeah.
So one thing I thought we could talk about too, and this will be the last topic here, is something fun here.
Oh fuck yeah.
So let me ask you, Luke, do you believe in ghosts or spirits, demons?
I believe in them to an extent to where I haven't gone on like any ghost hunter fucking trips or anything like that. Right. But I mean, if I've been in a house that has supposedly been haunted enough to where things have happened, and so I definitely believe in ghosts. I totally believe in ghosts. I think there are ghosts in my house. I told you right before we came on, the guy that lived here, he died kind of sudden, and he wasn't in great health, but he was somebody we knew him well.
Yeah.
And so like we kind of think his ghost is in here, which I'm cool if he is, because me and him were cool. I talked to him all the time. I was fine with it. If he's here, I'm fine with it. Because I do this in the basement. I kind of wonder sometimes, because this was like his workshop down here.
Yeah.
Like there's shit down here. I'm like thinking Rocky's fucking just hanging out back
Yeah,
here,
not gonna lie, I'm
listening.
staring at that corner of your screen waiting for something to go by ever since you started talking about him.
Dude, I've felt stuff brush my neck in this house. I'm not lying, man. And I'll be like, Rocky, if that's you, fucking come on,
What up,
man.
buddy?
Yeah. Like I know it's bullshit, but nah, he not to get too deep with that, but he was a type 2 diabetic and had some other issues. But yeah, man, he just kind of, I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, ghost. Do you want to go with something before I get in? Go ahead with what you want to. I'll get into my house story in a minute.
It was just something fun to I thought we could talk about, and because that's like, some people don't believe in it, some people do, and I mean, I've been in a house too that has it was an old it was right along the Hudson River up here. And because I live right by the Hudson River. Hudson River is just fucking half mile that way. And so there's up in a town called Sargates, and I was in a house there where they used to hold kids back in whatever fucking early 1900s or something, and that had mental health issues, like fucking craziness shit, you know what I mean? And
Right.
And they had so it was a house, a lot of people, kids died in it, whatever they died from. And they had an underground tunnel that led from the basement of the house underground down to the river, where they'd bring the bodies of the dead kids to the boats. Yeah. Like crazy shit, you know what I mean? So like, I've been in a house there before, and it's the same kind of thing. And like, I was always into those shows. I don't know how scripted those shows are. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean. It's hard to
Ghost Hunters and whatever the other ones are.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm with you.
But like, they say things like, like if there's like a cold spot or something, then like you're in the presence of, a ghost or something, you're in the presence of a spirit, whatever it is. And like, I had times like that, like at that house too, where like you're just walking, it's normal temperatures, and all of a sudden you get like, you just feel like something's close to you. You know what I mean? Like your hair stands up on the back of your neck. You get like goosebumps and shit. And I don't know if that's all psychological, knowing that you're going in there. I don't know. But I do believe they do exist in our world, and whether that's, like people say, unfinished business or whatever it is, like, but, it's, I do believe they exist.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick Swayze, God bless him. God bless his fucking beautiful soul, buddy. Have anybody seen the movie Ghost? Oh man. I'll tell you what, not to go, I could go on, man. I'm fucking going to go nostalgic if I talk about Patrick Swayze. Anyways, the house that where I grew up, not the one I grew up in, but this house was always for sale the whole time. So my dad, Barrackville was where I wasn't from originally. Barrackville's just where I grew up when my dad remarried. So I moved there when I was 10. So that's where I spent the latter half of my childhood and a little bit of the, high school and some of the college years. But this house was always vacant. And So the story, and it wasn't a story. What happened was there was a family that lived there. I think it was either in the 70s or the 80s. I think it was the 70s. And it, like, there was a kid and a friend found a handgun, pistol, revolver, whatever it was, accidentally fucking went off, killed a kid that lived there. And
shit.
So there had been stories that I had heard from friends of mine's parents of there was people that like said that kid was a ghost, and like people woke up with like a mirror on top of them and shit and weird stuff. And so this house was vacant. So I moved to Barrackville in like 95, and it was vacant then, and it stayed vacant until I started college in 2003. And so 2004, this house got bought. A dude that I played football with, he lived in fucking Monroe County, or James Monroe. So that's like 4 hours away. That's at the very bottom of the state, pretty much. They're not local.
Right.
His dad bought the house. His dad was in construction. He had some fucking, he had some money and he had some things. I did think he wanted to rent it, and he had that house for a while after the fact, after his kids were out of school too. I don't think he owns it anymore. But so when they lived there, they would tell me they would hear shit like there was 3 guys that lived there, and they would all they all heard shit, and they all like nothing like as crazy as like had a mirror on top of them or anything.
Right.
But they're like, yeah, man, something about this place is fucking whack. But it like nothing like it was fine. We had parties there, fucking blue, we had a few blowouts, which was badass because when I lived at home, I never could stay at my house because I'd be just fucking hammered wherever I was in town. So at that house, I was just able to rumble, stumble, and fumble my way home.
Right.
So, yeah, that was a great place. God, but yeah, they definitely said that there was definitely some what's the fucking paranormal activity?
Yeah.
So to speak, like walking up steps, shit, like hearing stuff that like when everybody was in bed, or if like 2 people were out of town. And that's what it was a lot of times, because the guy that owned the place, or the guy's dad that owned the place, the 2 guys were from the same area. So when they would leave, the other guy would stay put with his girlfriend, and they said they would hear all kinds of shit. So yeah, man, I mean, it's weird because it's weird that people will try to, they can debate it in a lot of ways, but
sure,
it's just one of those things that, really, I guess, like, I mean, I believe, not to go off in another direction, but I believe in UFOs. I do believe in extraterrestrials.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't know how much I'd dive into it. And I believe I've told the story.
We can totally save that for like the next one.
Yeah.
That one you could really get into.
Yeah. I have a UFO story with my brother. And
that's right. You told that one.
I have said that, haven't I? Yeah. So no, I think I said that on Pissed Off Yorkers episode, the first one. Damn. Yeah, that was. But yeah, just however much you want. I don't think they're too much. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think they're a threat of any kind. I guess I'm not really. I'm not scared of them. But if I would see one, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck? I can't shoot it.
Exactly.
Can't shoot it. Can't stab it. What the fuck do I do? Damn, man. You can't do anything. That's what I mean. You just got to kind of roll with the fucking punches.
And hopefully it ain't fucking punching you.
Yeah, right. Be like, dude, what's up, man? I'm fucking cool. Like I said, I was fucking. We're good. We're good. I'm like Casper, just the human Casper.
Fucking awesome. Anyways, all right, dude. Listen, I think that's gonna do it for this one. We can wrap it up here.
All right, brother.
It's good. But I mean, next one we could totally get into alien stuff.
Dude.
That's a whole other dive. So
it can, and Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. If we don't get into it, well, if we have a guest, if we don't have a guest, either way, we could definitely. I mean, who doesn't like to talk about aliens?
Right. Fuck yeah. So cool. All right, buddy. Well, hey, listen, guys, whatever you're doing, like we say, continue delivering greatness, and don't forget your most important stuff, guys. It's always home. Hey, everybody, we will see you guys next week. Luke, I'll see you later, buddy.
Later, brother.
Peace out.
Have a good one, everybody.